Welcome back to Fairfax Pilates. I'm Brittany. Today's class is Pilates for all levels, mat-based workout today, so no equipment is needed. When you're ready, let's begin. All right, so let's get started. We're going to begin on our hands and our knees to warm up our back with some cat stretches here. Starting with hands under shoulders and knees below the hips. You're going to flex your spine up as you exhale, and then inhale, lengthen your spine back to either neutral or a slight extension. Flexing up through the back, and then lengthen from tail to head. Going to do that just a couple of times here, and then we're going to hold the flexion and press into one side of our hip and then press into the other side, really trying to stretch through the waist. So stay in that flexion and weight shift to right, and then weight shift over to the left, and then find your way back into a neutral position. One arm and opposite leg is out, and we're going to just bend the knee in and then move on a diagonal. So in and out, and then side to side. Keep your spine neutral here as we go. It's important that your supporting shoulder is stable and strong. Your back should be neutral as well. And reach side to side. As you're going out on that side, make sure that your foot is dorsiflexion so that you are truly in a neutral position. We're going to just lift and lower the leg and the arm here for 10 times. 6, 7, 8, last 2, and side, and lift, 2. Good, so we're just lifting and lowering the leg and the shoulder and keeping everything else nice and steady. Take a nice little rounded back shape there to recover in between, and then set yourself up neutral, opposite side. Bend in and then diagonal. Bend in and diagonal. So you want to picture headlights on your hips and keep those lights shining on the floor here throughout so that your hips are in neutral. We want our knee and our foot to be pointed down at the ground here as we're moving. You'll feel it right into the obliques mainly when you keep your leg in neutral. All right, and then we tap and lift. Keeping everything that is not moving, the main focus of your attention, just really holding everything stationary. And then we do the same in the diagonal line, lifting and lowering the leg from the shoulder and the hip. Everything else still. Last couple, 9 and 10, and then we're bringing it back in. All right, so take that nice little stretch to recover there, and then next we're going to come down onto our forearms for some glute work. So we're going to start with just pumping straight up, so knee down and up. It's as if you're stamping the ceiling with the sole of your foot. Everything else is still except for that moving leg. 6, 7, and 8, last 2, and twist and center. So I'm just rotating through the hip socket here. So we're rotating out and in and out and in. And then after 8 or so, you stay rotated and we do pumps up. 6, 7, and last time. And here we go. Let's take it to the other side. Lift and lower. Easy here to sink into the low back, so make sure that you're really pulling the abs in to protect your entire spine. Let's go ahead and hold it up and we rotate. So we're keeping the movement small and mighty, just right there dialing the femur in the hip joint. And then we lift. We keep it on that turnout position and just lifting and lowering the leg. And then go ahead and take a quick little break there, rounding the spine, sitting back into a child's pose. Okay, and then we're gonna come all the way down into our tricep push-ups. So narrow elbows and stay right on the front of the thighs. Keep a nice straight line from your shoulders to your knees. Try to keep those elbows very narrow, like they're grazing the sides of the ribs as you come down. And then shift back, and then let's go ahead and come all the way down into that prone position. So our forearms parallel the mat's edge, legs lateral. We're gonna just press up as we breath in and exhale, coming down. Let's get 5 repetitions here. Lifting up on the inhale breath and down. We're leaving our legs still. And we rise up, really extending through the mid-back and up. This is really for our posture. So it's the anti-sitting. Reach those arms back. So normally our palms are down. We're gonna rotate so the palms are facing in or towards sides of the body so that we have our collarbone nice and wide. Same breath pattern here. You're lifting with the inhale breath, and an exhale we go down. And then we're gonna fold the hands under the forehead, and this one reverses the breath. Keep that pelvis pushing into the ground to protect the lower back. You want to exhale as you lift and inhale to release down. We're going to get 5 here as well. And then just let the legs just windshield wiper side to side there and really just create some mobility in the low back after the extension. Okay, and then we're going to flip around onto our back for some one-leg circle here. So take it nice and slow as you ease your way down onto your back. All right, I'm going to leave the leg a little bit bent here for most mobility in the hip. We take one leg up straight, and let's draw some really large circles. You can certainly extend the leg all the way out. Know that that is more work, especially if you are less flexible with the hamstring. Let's go 4 in both directions here. And last one. Okay. And then we are going to switch those legs. So keeping the opposite knee just a little bent so that you have mobility in the hip. And obviously we're going to go both directions. Just let it move around a little bit. Your abs are definitely engaged, but it's all about function and mobility. So let's really mobilize the leg in that hip joint. Hug the knee in, opposite leg is straight. Just get a quick stretch there. Bring your heels in close to your hips, hip distance apart, arms floating, and we'll do some ab preps. You're simply flexing forward. The upper thoracic is flexing forward, like you're trying to just reach for the back of the heels. Exhale as you flex forward, inhale down, lifting and lowering with control. And last time here, and then we're gonna rest. Scooch the heels in closer to your hips, and we'll move through some bridge. You're gonna slowly tail tuck and rise up 1 vertebrae at a time, hugging the parallel lines with your thighs so that your inner thighs are activated. Let's do a few here, like maybe 3 or so, and then we come down. Now we're gonna crisscross one leg over like a figure 4. Okay, so from here, we're lifting and lowering. So the beauty of this is that that left leg that is figure 4 is going to get a lovely stretch through the side of the glute there in the hip, piriformis, glute medius, and then crisscross the leg like a lady, and then we're going to do the same here. So now we work a little bit more in the inner thigh, and then also just a little bit more of a deeper stretch to that left side hip. And let's of course repeat that on the opposite side. So figure 4, and we squeeze up. Notice the difference with your right and your left. And then we switch the leg a little closer, and then we squeeze it up and lower down. And let's get 3. And then nice and easy. Bring those legs up tabletop. We're gonna flex forward, and let's begin our 100 pattern here. If you're comfortable, we're gonna get those legs out nice and long. You breathe in for 5 count, followed by exhale for 5 count. Smooth inhale through the nose, and then deep exhale through the lips. Thighs pressing together. Whether the legs are bent or straight, get those inner thighs active. So those arms are pumping vigorously here. Breath in for 5 through the nose, and exhale for 5 through the lips. Hug the knees in and roll back down. All right, so we're gonna get the hands behind the head, the legs are tabletop, and we're gonna do a nice little slow motion bicycle thing, pulsing up for 1 more, 2 more, 3, and switch, and 2, and 3, and 1, 2, 3. Think every time you're pulsing a little bit more rotated, a little bit more crunchy. So we're really trying to just whittle down the waist. 1, 2, and 3 times every side. 1, 2, 3. So I love changing up the tempo on the core work here. So obviously this is slow and intentional here. I like to start with this slow version. Really gets the abs going, and then right into a more fluid pattern here. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Let's get 8 per leg. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, relax all the way down, right into double leg stretch. Send the arms and legs out, head stays up, we crunch around and lift. So when you roll around and meet those legs, use them to add a little bit more upper thoracic flexion and really hold that crunch as the weight of the arms challenge the upper abs as they reach above the head. Legs are reaching nice and long and together for that double leg stretch. Lengthen on the inhale, exhale up and around. Let's go moving into those scissors. 1, 2, 1, 2. You get a sip of air in between, and exhale, exhale as you pull the leg in, and 1, 2, switch 1, 2, sip of air, pulse, 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 pulse. And now both legs travel up. We're gonna support the head and the hands. Feet are flexed. And we're gonna lower down and then lift up. 1, 2, 3, and exhale, lift. So we have the upper body in a slight forward curve, just to encourage more abdominal connection here and also protect the lower back as the weight of the legs go down towards the floor. Lower, 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 and lift. As those legs come in towards you, do your best to just do a very subtle float of the hips. And then we're going upper body crunching up. You can do this pointy or flexed with the feet. Flexed feet for a little more stretch. Hug those knees in and maybe just a gentle side to side rock. And then go ahead and get yourselves up. Okay, so from here, we're gonna go into our spine twist. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Twist, 2, 3. We're sitting up nice and tall. And twisting. Trying to keep your legs nice and steady. Just enjoy a brief forward fold stretch here. Maybe grabbing the inside of the feet and then all the way up nice and tall. Okay, so So we're gonna do a little bit of a open leg rocker variation. So we're gonna grab the back of the thighs, just scoop through the tummy, around the spine, and then rise up to flat. Scoop on the exhale, inhale, return. So you're gonna scoop with your waist and return back up towards those thighs. Lead with the tailbone rolling back, and then we come up, balance on the sits bones, and then lengthen the back. Rounding, lead with the low back, and then we flex forward, maintain the balance, and lift. So when you roll back, you don't want to use momentum. You want to keep it about the base of the shoulder blades when you're rolling back there, and then rising up to straight. All right, so now we try it with our straight legs. Different ball game here. Roll back, roll up, and find the length. You want to keep your balance. I like just holding through the back of the thighs. You can certainly reach for the feet if you'd like to make that a bit more challenging. Round back, exhale, inhale, find your stability and stay. All right, let's turn this into one of my favorite exercises, boomerang, feet crossed. Take it into a roll over, crisscross the feet the opposite way, roll up, find a teaser, hold your position, arms circle behind, and then legs fall forward, reach. Again, roll over, crisscross the legs, up we go, find teaser, balance, arms circle to the back, legs lower, upper body folds forward again, and we scoop and roll back. Crisscross. Find our balance. Arms circle to the sides, and they flex forward. Make this one your last. Take it all the way back. Crisscross. All the way up we go. Find that length through the spine. That is not easy to do. Good job, everybody. And then lower those legs down. Just enjoy that stretch. All right, open up our feet. We're gonna do just a couple of roll ups. So tuck the tail under, sequentially go down. And after we've done all of these exercises to really mobilize the back, you should find that these roll ups are considerably easier than if you insert them at the beginning of our workout. Lengthen forward. Sort of note where you are, reaching past those feet. Really get a nice long hamstring stretch as you reach forward. With control, all the way up, forward flexion, reach, reach, reach. Paying attention that each time maybe you're reaching just a whisper past where you did the last time. And hold the last. Enjoy the stretch there. All right, so we are going to take it over to our side now for some side lying legs. Support your head with your bottom arm. Legs are on a straight line from the rest of the body. We point up and we flex down. Inhale up, exhale down. Lift and press. So we're pressing down with our inner thigh against gravity. And then staying at hip height, let's make appetizer plate sized circles. And we go in both directions, of course. 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7. And we're gonna hold it there. Lift the bottom leg and down together. Top, bottom, and down. Top, bottom, and down. Inhale, exhale, together down. So we should feel the inner thighs on both legs. If your top hand is resting on your waist, you are feeling a thick layer of obliques under those fingers. Both legs lifting and lowering as a team here. 6, 7, and last time. Okay, then we're gonna stretch the top arm on the leg and add the full lateral bend. Head and feet lift the same amount. And lift and lower. So it gets everything working here in the side body. Good, and we just pause there for a second. Okay, so we're gonna scoot to the front edge of the mat for side body twist. Starts the same, side bend, and then we pivot right into that teaser, and then slide your way down and lower. Lift on 1, rotate on 2, come back around and balance on 3, straight line, and lower on 4. Squeeze lateral muscles, flex into teaser, turn back onto the side here, find that length through the body, and return down. You've earned a stretch. Bend the bottom or the top knee, and then just rotate the shoulders in the opposite direction. All right, maybe a little side to side, sort of happy baby modified in between before we change sides, of course. The legs are in a straight line with the rest of the body. Support the head and the hand comfortably, and we start lifting and lowering. Inhale up and exhale down. Six, 7. One more time. We make circles. 2. We're going to get 8 circles here at hip height. Trying to keep everything nice and still. Reversing, of course. 4 and 5, 6, 7, and 8. Bottom leg and together. Top, bottom, down. Top, bottom, down. Inhale, lift the top leg, exhale the bottom leg, and down together. One more time. Legs lift as a team. 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Extend the top arm down the leg, full lateral flexion. Head and feet trying to lift the same amount. Clear the elbow and the underarm of the bottom arm. This is one of my favorites. I love how this feels on the side of the waist. And last one here. All right. Then you're going to scooch forward to the front of the mat for that side body twist we're taking from the chair. So we have our top arm on the thigh, up, and then pivot to teaser. Find that balance, and then down we go. Side, pivot, teaser, side, and down. Lift and lateral flexion, pivot to teaser, turn back to the side. Make sure you keep your balance, stay stacked, and down you go. Enjoy your stretch. That feels so nice, especially after all that lateral flexion. We're gonna wrap it up here with some swan. Have you lay on your tummy, lateral rotation through the legs, press into the hands, so extend the spine, and then return back down. Inhale, we rise up through the extensors of the upper back, and then exhale, we return back to our mats. Breathe in on the lift. And then exhale, we come back down. This next one, we're gonna add a rock to our swan. So we rise up, and then as we start to come down, our legs keep the shape. Chest, and then legs. Actually, it's upper back, really, that's lifting. And then the legs are doing the other part of that rocking horse. Lift and catch. 3, and catch. So using all those posterior chain muscles, and then lower yourself down, a little side to side with the legs. Heel squeeze prone here. Anchor your pelvis and simply drive the heels together. And then you just release them for a bit. And then you drive them together, squeeze, and then keep them together, but release the squeeze and squeeze. So really just a gentle engagement of the glutes and the inner thighs. Then a little side to side with those legs. And then we're gonna do a little bit of a down dog, walking the dog here. Just work it out. Gotten a full body workout today with a lot of emphasis on the lower body. So enjoy that forward fold. feet are about the width of your mat, and just let your body sort of sway side to side. Walking those feet in towards hip distance. Take your time as you begin to round through the spine there, really getting a nice little stretch through the back side of the body. And easy round and roll your way up to standing. Roll your shoulders back a couple of times. Thank you so much today. I hope you enjoyed our class. If you'd like to see more like this, don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, share with a friend, and subscribe to our channel. Thanks so much and have a great day.